Are you the person who always says yes to doing other people's jobs, even if you know they actually don't help, but you are being utilized? Or are you the person who hesitates to ask for help, even when you truly need it? Have you noticed how you sacrifice your time, energy, and even happiness, while others just take guilt-free? You're not alone. And here's the harsh truth. It's the pattern you've been trapped in, the trap of being too nice. Here's the thing about being nice. It's one of the most beautiful traits a person can have. But when you're too nice, it can backfire in ways you'd never expect. It's what I call the paradox of being nice. The more you prioritize other people over yourself, the more you slowly disappear. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Not everyone deserves your kindness. Some people are using you, and they know it. The paradox lies in this truth. Being nice isn't the same as being kind. True kindness lifts others and protects your own peace. Excessive niceness, it often stems from fear of rejection, fear of conflict, or fear of not being enough. It's not your fault. Society tells us to be selfless, to always put others first. But when does selflessness cross the line into self-neglect? Kindness without boundaries is a magnet for manipulators. And if you don't wake up to it, you'll keep sacrificing yourself for people who wouldn't blink twice if you disappeared. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is the go-to person for everyone. Need a ride? Call Sarah. Need advice? Call Sarah. Need help at work? Sarah's your girl. But when Sarah's car breaks down or she's having a tough day, who's there for her? The truth is, most people are so used to Sarah always being there that they assume she's fine, even when she's not. Sound familiar? Maybe you're Sarah. Or maybe you know someone like her. Being the nice one can feel like a thankless job. You're overworked, overlooked, and overwhelmed. But here's the hard truth. You teach people how to treat you. And then there are those who take advantage of people like Sarah. Let's be honest, not everyone has good intentions. Some people will take and take as long as you're giving. They're not your friends, they're opportunists. So why do we fall into this trap? Well, psychologists point to a few reasons. 1, the people-pleaser syndrome. You crave approval so much that you'll do anything to avoid disappointing others. This stems from a fear of being seen as unlikable or selfish. Often this behavior is learned in childhood, especially if you grew up in an environment where love or validation felt conditional. Think of a co-worker who takes on extra tasks, even when it's not their responsibility, because they're terrified of being labeled lazy or difficult. 2, conflict avoidance. Saying no feels like confrontation, and that scares you. It's easier to say yes than to deal with the discomfort of disappointing someone else. But avoiding conflict doesn't eliminate problems, it just postpones them. Imagine someone agreeing to host a last-minute party for a friend, even though they're exhausted. They spend the whole time resentful but say nothing, silently fuming. 3, self-worth issues. Deep down, you believe your value comes from what you can do for others, not who you are. This mindset makes you overextend yourself, thinking that if you stop helping, people will stop caring. 4, social conditioning. Society often glorifies selflessness, especially for certain groups. For instance, women are frequently praised for being nurturing and accommodating, while men might feel pressure to step up and be reliable providers at all costs. A mother juggling her career and family takes on volunteer work for her child's school, even though she's already stretched thin, because she feels obligated to do it all. 5, manipulation by others. Some people exploit kindness intentionally. They know how to manipulate emotions, using guilt, flattery, or even silent treatment to get what they want. Recognizing these tactics is key to protecting yourself. A friend might say, "If you really cared about me, you'd do this," to guilt you into doing something you're uncomfortable with. Understanding these patterns is the first step toward breaking free. But awareness alone isn't enough. Let's talk about solutions. Here's the good news. You can be nice and set boundaries. You can be kind without losing yourself. But it starts with practical steps. Ready? First, learn to say no without over-explanation. Think of it this way, every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're saying no to yourself. Start small. Practice saying no to things that drain your energy. Remember, you don't need to explain or over-apologize. A simple, I can't commit to that right now, is enough. Or you can say, I wish I could, but I'm really swamped right now. Next, set clear boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're fences to protect what matters most, your time, your energy, and your peace. Boundaries can be as simple as letting people know your limits. A friend who always expects free rides might hear, I can give you a ride once in a while, but I need to know in advance. Third, learn to identify genuine need. Before helping someone, pause and ask yourself, is this person truly in need, or are they just taking the easy way out? Look at their actions. Are they trying to solve their problems, or are they relying on you to do all the work? A colleague repeatedly asks you to proofread their reports. Instead of doing it every time, offer to teach them how to improve their own work. Fourth, recognize manipulative behavior. Some people know exactly how to pull at your heartstrings. Learn to spot red flags like guilt tripping. You're the only one who can help me. Or exaggerated flattery. I couldn't do this without you. These are manipulation tactics, not genuine compliments. And finally, rebuild your self-worth. Remind yourself that you are valuable for who you are, not just what you do for others. Practice self-care and surround yourself with people who appreciate you for you, not just for what you can offer. Take time to invest in hobbies, friendships, and activities that recharge you instead of drain you. Remember this, you don't have to light yourself on fire to keep others warm. Your kindness should be a gift, not a sacrifice. By setting boundaries, protecting your peace, and choosing yourself first, you're not just being nice, you're being kind. And that kind of kindness, it changes everything. Yes. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing truths. Until next time, take care of yourself first, because you matter.